1 word, fast. 2 words, very fast. 6 words, I want to go very fast. When I'm playing games, it doesn't matter if we're talking about fighting games, shooters, roguelikes, anything. There are 2 types of things that I go for. Immovable brick shithouse. Speedrunning crackhead that dies on a sneeze. This is why games like Risk of Rain are some of my favorite games on the planet. Games like Doom Eternal and Doom 2016 with their lightning-paced combat. And the game we're talking about today is all of them put together with a hint of Borderlands' best parts. That's right. We're talking about RoboQuest, developed by Rise Up Studios and Starbreeze Publishing, released on November 7th, 2023. This game is magnificent. I'm talking the chaotic arena-based, room-based gameplay of Doom 2016 and Eternal. I'm talking the roguelike and randomization elements of Risk of Rain, on top of having a bunch of classes to choose from that can significantly alter your gameplay playstyles. I'm talking the art style and gun randomization from Borderlands, good secret progression, god tier music, god damn, it just gets your fucking nuts pumping, you know? This game has dual wielding. This game has the ability to increase your movement speed and make your dual wield guns do more damage because you're moving faster. This game has rail grinding, like Jet Set Radio style shit, while in a shooter Doom game. This game has permanent upgrades that you unlock through secrets, which I'm gonna be real, I'm mostly using the wiki. It's kind of a negative to this game, but sometimes you unlock them yourself and it feels really rewarding. There is a point of the game where to unlock a certain path, you have to speed run the first room. And then your reward for speed running the first room is you have to do a speed run race to defuse a bomb. This game has 2-player co-op. This game has one of the most crazy ass arsenals I've ever seen in a roguelike game. You've got everything from pistols to shovels to summonable robot dudes. So many different types of dual wield things. You want dual wield shotguns, you want dual wield pistols, you want dual wield machine pistols, you want dual wield LMGs, we got ya. Do you want a shotgun that shoots exploding rounds? Or an exploding round weapon that occasionally turns into a shotgun? Laser muskets, we got ya. Flamethrowers, we got ya. Chainsaws, got ya. Tomahawks, got it. You want a sniper? Which kind? We got a shitload. There's a fucking B cannon. A B cannon. We got energy weapons. We got kinetic weapons. We got a fucking batarang. We have Genji from Overwatch. You want enemy types? We got a shitload of them. We got everything from tiny little shitbots that you shoot once in the eye and they explode really satisfyingly, to flying dudes, big dudes, Gatling dudes, shield dudes, freeze dudes, ones that flashbang the shit out of your screen, which are kind of annoying. Some that make you do a quick time event to get out, which is also really fucking annoying. Guys that hack you and reverse your controls in the middle of a bullet hell section. Little shits that hide under the grass, but if you shoot them first, you get a guaranteed crit. Guys that summon down lightning or explosions from the sky. A whole class of characters of all these types that are just called bowlers, that just bullshit at you. It's fucking awesome. And those are just the common types of enemies. You got worms, you got flying things, you got big ass titans and destroyers, you got big slugman that all try and fight you in these games. Not to mention all of the elites, which are just the basic bigger enemy type, but they have all these other aspects to them. Things like shields or hacking abilities, sniper rifles. By the way, fuck the sniper turret. Those little shits are evil. And then on top of that, we got a whole boss cast. We got the Underminer. We got a turret guy that he probably does something, I don't know. We got a bomb guy that if you shoot him too fast, blows up and ends your run. My bad. Got a mosquito, which is all about like ad clearing and farming the shit out of them. You've got a boss fight in this game against a worm on railings that you can give back shots when you beat him. You've got a big ball that tries to bullet hell you. You've got a beetle who fucking plays Minecraft Spleef with you. You've got Uncle Jim, he does stuff. And then you've got the final boss, which is one of the sickest fights I've ever played. All of these enemies are challenging yet still approachable. They all have recognizable patterns and ways to defeat them, and they can all be defeated in a bunch of different ways. The crazy ass arsenal of weapons doesn't hurt either, and the ability to run perks and synergize makes this game so goddamn fun. If I had a couple criticisms to say, I would say that some of the status effects in this game are fucking irritating and make me not want to play more, and that especially when in co-op, some of the rooms feel a little bit too small, especially near the beginning, which leads to you taking more damage than you'd like to. On top of that, the game does use a healing system relating to something called Scratch. Scratch is basically the health that you can reasonably get back, and it's the health you've recently taken as damage. But after that point, you really can't heal that much, which makes healing in this game, especially after doing things like resurrecting a friend and losing half your fucking HP bar for it, kind of frustrating. There feels like there are times where you kind of get stuck in a trap where it's harder to come back from it. And yes, I know there's supposed to be increased stakes, and then you get to the next center where you get to the shops, which holy shit, we haven't even talked about that. But when you get to these shops, they're like these little timer pause breakpoints where you get to chill out. And there's a random selection of goons there ready to give you either weapon upgrades or upgrade your weapon rarity and reroll affixes, add perfumes to the guns, which are guaranteed perks on that gun that allow it to do specific things. Get perks for yourself with the robo cells, get a new weapon from a free chest that gives you weapons and perks, and on top of all that, this is a good time to use your level ups if you're in co-op because you get a break from that. This is also the only point where you have the option to really drastically increase your health with the healing robot. But it does mean that in some of the later stages, the enemies get a little bit too chunky in terms of the damage outputs they put on you, and it very much turns into a Risk of Rain 2 endgame situation where you're either never gonna die and one-shot everything in a second, or you are going to get one-shot and explode, which I mean, I have played a little bit of. And while we're at it, where we're talking about critiques for this game a little bit, I will say that the actual progression of the end game does feel a little bit samey. The beginning of the game is really exciting because there's a bunch of different paths you can take. The first stage is basically like a hub world where you choose which path you're going to take to get to the final boss, but the final couple stages are always the same. And also, they're really big and really exhausting, and they have a really obnoxious gimmick, which I think a lot of that tiresomeness can be sidestepped by having the later game get a bit more content similar to the early game. Different branches, different ways to approach, cursed levels. See, when you get to these stages and it's just kind of like, oh, okay, it's like this big hub world where you get to choose your rewards, I think that's kind of boring. I think it would make a really good halfway point, possibly leading into more branches where you get to pick one final stage to go on out of like the 4 different areas you can unlock in these, and then you go on to the moon. The game is still getting support to this day. I mean, hell, back in June they added the Superbot stuff. But yeah, what the fuck are you waiting for, bro? Go play RoboQuest now. I don't make the rules. You have to go play RoboQuest now. I'm gonna find your house and install it on your PC or Xbox because it's for sale right now on Steam. And if you don't want to pay for it, which how dare you should support this game with all your money. Give it $1 billion even. Then you can play it for free on Game Pass. If you enjoy Doom, Borderlands, Risk of Rain, or just moving fast like a crackhead, you will enjoy this game. The story might be kind of crap, and I'm gonna be real, I skipped all the cutscenes.
Bro is not here for the plot.
Do not care. I just want to shoot more robots and go really fast. And I think you do too. So go play RoboQuest now. Thank you all for stopping by.